What if Chikage Kazama was never a demon, rather a mere mortal like his adversary Hejikata? How powerful would he be? How skilled would his swordsmanship be? And would he even be as feared as he is by so many? I am going to answer all of that in today's video. The backstory of Chikage Kazama is a mystery which adds to his appeal. We know he is a demon and part of a prestigious clan and has an obligation to fulfill his clan's duties. Kazama is quite full of himself in and out of combat. During combat he will belittle whomever he is engaging in a battle with. He will hold his blade in such a way where it almost seems like he isn't trying, and oftentimes he isn't because of his supernatural abilities. There have been several times throughout the series where he has been tested and used a small amount of his abilities and was able to overcome the adversity he faced. Now, what if Kazama lost his abilities and he wasn't a demon, just a regular human? There are a few things which I think will happen first to his personality. Once this is done, I believe we can then cover how strong he would be, because if you truly analyze Kazama you will realize his fighting abilities are merely an extension of his personality. A Kazama without demon abilities will not be as arrogant as he is, because such a Kazama would sooner or later combat with other humans who have been able to get the better of him. We have never had exposure to Kazama's upbringing and how he was when he was younger. We do not know how and who he learned how to duel a sword with. He must have been trained by people like Amagiri. And so, when it came time to battle individuals who are human, they must have been easy for him to battle. In Kazama's eyes, engaging in a battle with a human is nothing to even worry about. Imagine a human being afraid of a normal ant? I don't believe any human who has ever existed has had a panic attack over one ant in their presence. However, since Kazama in this situation is a human, I can imagine him being as arrogant as a Soji. Soji is considered to be one of the greatest swordsmen in the Shinsengumi. Kazama would have to pay his dues. He would have to log in the hours to get to a level below or near that. He is focused, persistent, determined, and committed, and this is quite clear through his actions in the anime. He would be committed to becoming a better swordsman. But to what extent? I can't gauge this. But I cannot imagine anywhere near someone like a Hajime. Nor do I think Kazama would be as skilled as a Hajime. I can imagine him losing various times and having a tremendous amount of difficulty battling with certain foes. Kazama's self-image is of him thinking highly of himself. Now, what is the edge of his competency in swordsmanship? I think at best Kazama would be an above-average swordsman if he were a human. Hejikata in his human form was able to get the best of Kazama several times, even though Kazama was not trying. This mentality is dangerous to have. If Kazama's egotism remains even as a human, he would still do such foolish things, and sooner or later this would turn against him. Kazama will do well, but I don't believe he would have the drive to constantly improve and get better. As for strength and speed, Kazama would be normal in these domains. He will have more speed compared to someone like a Harada or Shinpachi because of him being shorter than those two, but speed and strength are just a part of the equation for what makes for an overall powerful swordsman. And finally, as for his ability to be able to think quickly on his feet and make adjustments in real time, Kazama, I think, would be normal at that. There was not many moments in the anime which displayed his abilities to be able to think quickly on his feet. In short, if Kazama was not a demon, he would not be a threat and feared as much as he is. I think many people in the Shinsengumi would get the best of him and there would be semi-changes in his personality. Kazama is an interesting analysis to do because it shows how powerful demons can be and how much they can get away with simply because of their powers. I hope you enjoyed the video for today. Feel free to comment down below how strong you believe Kazama would be if he were not a demon. Thank you and have a great day.